Hey everyone, this is BremSter, and today I'm going to try something new. So this is me trying to play a game of Castles of Burgundy. This is one of my favorite board games. This is a 10 out of 10 board game for me. It is not my favorite board game, but there is a digital implementation of this game. Now, I've been told there are some problems with this digital implementation, but what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to try and explain how Castles of Burgundy works, and I'm going to try and play my first game using this particular digital implementation. So I'm going to be learning how this digital implementation works, and I'll call out why I'm making some decisions based on some feedback I have received. So I'm going to play a local game, and I'm going to play against the Easy Burgundy bot. I have tried to have a look at how some of these mechanics work. The Burgundy bot, I've spoken to some people who are very familiar with Castles of Burgundy. I normally play this if I play it online on a website called Yukata rather than using this application, because Yukata is free and the implementation of Castles of Burgundy there is amazing. The way I have been told that this works when you're playing against medium or hard is because this is an open information game. It just makes your dice rolls worse because there is a dice roll mechanic in this game, and it makes the AI dice rolls better. So it will just mean that you roll, it determines what you need, and it will make sure that you don't roll it, and it determines what the AI players need, and it makes sure that they do roll it. And your dice rolls will just get indeterminately worse again when you're playing against other players, and their dice rolls will get better. It doesn't play cleverer, their dice rolls just get better. And fudging dice rolls is not a fun mechanic for me. So apparently you just play against the Burgundy bot easy, and the dice rolls don't get fudged as much. So I'm going to do that. So the way Castles of Burgundy works is we are going to be building up what is our estate, and the audio seems to be chopping out for me. Maybe there is no audio at this point, although interesting that it's just gone away. So what we need to do is we need to place, this is a castle tile, and we need to pick which map. I'm going to play on map 1 because map 1 is the generic starting map. So I'm going to pick map 1, and then we need to figure out where to place our first castle tile. Now, there are many things that will happen in Castles of Burgundy, and I'm going to try and teach it as we go. This is not going to be a great way of going. There will be rule books available that you can find online and try and read them. But the Castles of Burgundy takes place over 5 rounds or 5 phases, and then there are 5 rounds in each phase. Now, on this, I'm going to place my castle in the middle, which is a good place to start for this. And I'm going to confirm that by pushing this button, I believe. Okay, so these are the trade goods. Now, okay, I have no idea what happened there, but these are my trade goods. You can have up to 3 types of trade goods at a time. I have a 2, a 6, and a 1. These are the trade goods that are available at the moment. The audio seems to be chopping out and in, and I am not sure why. Yeah, the audio is chopping out and in. That's not good. Shouldn't bother me, but it is definitely a problem. I hope it's not doing that for the video. If it is, that's just a problem with the game. I've tested this audio setup a lot, and it's supposed to work, but anyway, we're going to see how it goes. Because I've got no way of testing it, so without interrupting the video, which I suppose I could do. Let's play a bit more. So anyway, so the trade goods, you start with 3, but each round, one of the trade goods is going to get put onto the board. Now, we can see over here that the Burgundy bot rolled a 6 and a 3. I rolled a 5 and a 4. And there was a white die mechanic, and I can't see where the white die is. But the white die would have rolled a 1 because it took one of the goods and put it up here in the 1 bay. So there are 6 bays. And on your turn, you will use your dice to do one of several actions, and the actions are detailed here. So what you can do is I can use a die to take one of these tiles and put it into my reserve. I'm trying to see where my reserve is. It's down here. So I can put it into one of my tile reserves. I can use a die to place a tile from my reserve into one of the slots on my board adjacent to where I already have a tile, but it has to be of the right type. I can ship goods. So this is taking a tile from one of these and placing it into my reserve. This action is taking something from my reserve and placing it onto the board in the thing that matches. This is shipping goods, so I could ship one of the goods types. I could ship a 2, a 6, or a 1 by using a 2, a 6, or a 1. This is claiming workers, so I could use a die to take 2 workers. I should have workers. I have 1 worker. This is workers here. And a worker allows me to adjust a die up or down by 1 or more. Don't know what this is supposed to be. End turn, maybe? This is the position on the shipping route. Whoever is the furthest along the shipping route. I am orange and I am on the top. So whoever is the top, the furthest along, is the first player. So I should have had the white die. I'm not seeing the white die. Then there is silverlings, which I assume are these. Everyone starts with 1 silverling. Silverlings can be used. 2 silverlings allows you to buy something from the black market, which are these tiles. And I assume these are points. Now, and whoever's got the most points at the end of the game wins. Now, there are different ways of earning points. The audio chopping out is absolutely disconcerting, and I hate it. It's really weird. So, what am I going to do on my first turn? So, I could get a mine, because I could place a mine. So, there are different types of tiles. There are ships, there are buildings, which are these beige tiles. There are monasteries, which are these gold tiles. Castles, which are the green. Livestock, which are the light green. Mines, which are the grey. Now, the different types of buildings, I wonder if I can... So if I right-click, I can. It will tell you what the different things do. Now, a town, I think that's a town hall. City Hall plays an additional 6-sided tile of his choice under his estate, I'd need a 6-sided tile to do that. I could take a mine. I could take, what is that? That is a warehouse, yeah, which allows me to ship goods, or sell goods. Do I want that? Do I want to ship? Ships are often good. Now, there's these different monastery tiles, or knowledge tiles as they're called in the original version. I've been playing the collector's edition. Player who adds this tile to his estate receives 1 worker tile from the general supply to the usual silverling each time he sells goods. So that's not bad either. Wow, the controls on this are very weird. So what I might do is I might use the 5. How do I do this? Can I use the 5 to take the knowledge tile, and I might use the 4 to take the warehouse. And then I confirm the end of my turn. I'm hoping the audio is not chopping out. He has then taken the 4 points per, I think that's a watchtower. And so what did he take? Can I switch to his board? So he took, 4 points per watchtower knowledge, and then he took a watchtower. Okay, so I've rolled a 2 and a 5. Now, which doesn't allow me to place any of the tiles that I got. Of course not. Now, it doesn't even allow me to take anything really. So I could use, what I can do is I can place this with the 2 and a worker. So I'm going to do that. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to undo that turn. Is this undo? That's undoing my turn. Because I wanted to place the knowledge first. So I'll place the knowledge here with the 2 and the worker. I'm not very good at this game, because I wanted to do that before I shipped goods. And I hate doing this so early in the game. And then I'm going to take 2 workers. Terrible start to the game. Okay, so I've got a 6 and a 4. Which again is not great. The audio keeps chopping out. I don't know what's going on with the audio. I'm actually going to exit out of the game. No, I'm gonna exit out of the game and I'm gonna check the audio. So hopefully I can just come back. So hopefully this will be working now. So I'm not getting any audio. Oh, yes, I am. So what I want to do, so I'm going to try a different audio setup and see how this goes. So what do I have? I have a 4 and a 6. So I might try and take the City Hall with the 6, and then I might use... Now, this is an interesting mechanic here. So what happens is I can use, place the city hall, and when you complete a 1 region, because it's telling me here this is a region of size 1 and it will give me 1 point, but because I'm completing this region in the first turn, and unfortunately it's hiding it here. Let's see if I can click off any region you complete. So if you complete an entire region in the first phase of the game, you get 10 points. If you complete an entire region in the second phase, you get 8. In the third phase, you get 6. So by placing this here in the first phase of the game, I'm going to get 1 point for it being a 1 size region, and then 10 points for it being in the first phase. So I'm going to place that there. Now that's used a worker, so my workers have gone down, but because the power of that ability is to place another tile, I will then be able to place my warehouse in another region without using a die. And I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to, actually no, I'm going to move down. I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to place the warehouse here, and that will allow me to ship goods. And the goods I want to ship are probably going to be, let's ship the 1. So I'll ship the 1 good. That will give me a silverling, and it gave me some points, because when you ship goods in a 2-player game, you get 2 points per good that you ship. Now, I only shipped 1 good, so that would have been worth 2 points. Now, I now have 2 silverlings, so I could potentially buy one of these. And this one, I think, is player who adds this tile 4 instead of the usual 2 worker tiles. I absolutely want to buy that. Now, do I still have a die? I do not have a die to use. But that will be a nice turn for me. I'm not too worried about what my opponent does. I'm just going to focus on building my estate this turn. Now, I rolled a 2 and a 3. Now, I really want to work on completing a single region rather than placing this knowledge tile down here. So what I want to do is try and take things with the 2 and the 3. Now, this, I'm not familiar with this artwork anymore. Okay, so that's a carpenter's workshop. Taking a carpenter's workshop is good for the next round, but we're getting close to the next round. So that might be a good tile to take, although taking livestock wouldn't be a bad thing either. So with the 2, I might take a castle. Castles are always good to have. And with the 3, I'm either going to take the carpenter's workshop in preparation for phase 2. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take or I should take livestock. I think it's only 2 pigs, so I'm actually going to take the carpenter's workshop in preparation for phase 2. And I'm still sitting on 2 workers, but that's not a terrible turn, I guess. I'm not too worried about what my opponent is doing, which is not a great way to play the game, but it's what I'm doing. Now, I rolled a 4 and a 2, which is not great. I could use a worker to place this technology, so I'm going to do the knowledge, so I'm going to do that. I could use a worker to place the carpenter's workshop, but it wouldn't get me anything. Everything else is kind of terrible. Oh man, everything else is kind of terrible. I'm going to prepare for the next round. I haven't got any ships, which is also not great. So I'm going to use my last worker and I'm going to take a ship. Now, having a full area down here at the start of a phase is not something I normally like to do. The dice kind of dictate your actions. Now he's got the white die and he's going to go before me now because he placed a ship which allows him to take goods from one of these regions. So he will have more goods in his area now, and he's also moved up this track, which means he's now going before me. But we're now in phase 2. He's had his actions, and now I've got a 1 and a 6. So I've got a few options here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my castle with my 6. That's going to give me a castle action. Now a castle action allows me to take a free action. I'm going to use the free action, which can be anything at all, to place the Carpenter's Workshop, and I'm going to place the Carpenter's Workshop there. The Carpenter's Workshop allows me to take any building. Now, what building is that? That's a warehouse. I'm going to take the City Hall. Or is it a bank? That might be a bank. No, it's a City Hall. So I'm going to take the City Hall. No, that shouldn't use a 1 die. What's going on? I placed a Carpenter's Workshop. Oh no, I took the City Hall with the Carpenter's Workshop. That's what I took. So now I've still got my 1 die. So with the 6, I placed a castle, which allowed me to place a free tile. I placed the Carpenter's Workshop, and with the Carpenter's Workshop, I took the City Hall. So that was effectively 3 actions for 1 die. So what I could do now is I could place the City Hall, and I'll use the City Hall action to place a ship, and I'm going to go this way. And with the ship, I can claim goods. I have a 2 and a 6 only. The goods are not good for me because it's 1, 5, 1, or 5. And because I've got a 2 and a 6 and I can only hold 3 different types of goods, what I might do is I might take 5 from here and weaken his ability to take goods next time he does. That's not a bad turn. Not great, not bad. But it has run me out of workers. Hang on, how has it run me out of workers? I thought I took workers while I had the technology to get 4 workers. I didn't think I'd used that many workers. Oh no, I took the ship instead. That's right. Okay, 5 and a 2, but he's already taken the mine. Of course he has. I'm going to go for some immediate bonuses here. So I'm going to use the 2 to take a castle. I'm not necessarily playing this well. I'm going to use the 5 to place the castle. And then with the castle, this one's not bad. This is when, I believe this is when you place a ship, you can take goods from 2 adjacent different areas, but I'm not shipping goods so far. Chickens or sheep? Basically I want to take a different tile. What's this one? Is this, yeah, boarding house. I quite like boarding houses. So I'm going to take the boarding house with my bonus. I'm going to confirm that as my turn. Okay, so I've taken the boarding house. I rolled a 1 and a 3. So what I'm going to do is with the 1, I'm going to take a ship. And with the 3, I'm going to place the boarding house here, which will give me closer to completing this 5 route. But it'll give me 4 workers. Because that's the special power of the boarding. I know I'm not explaining this game well. Sorry, I should have probably done better. So a 6 and a 1. So I could use the 1 to move up the ship track and take more goods, although there's some goods I can take here. I could take the 6. The goods have not been good for me. Or I could take that 5. The 6 would give me 3 sheep. That might not be bad. I might do that because you want to start taking livestock at some point. Yeah, I'm going to place the ship. Yeah, I'm going to place the ship. It's not necessarily the best move. I find I play a lot faster and I don't think as much when I play games when I'm doing it with on a computer. I don't engage as much when I'm playing games on the computer. I'm not sure why. Okay, I rolled a 6 and a 5. Now, that's kind of terrible. It's not actually too bad. I'm going to use a worker to take that, which will cost a worker because I'm having to turn a 5 into a 4 because I'm taking it from the 4 region. And then I'm going to use the 6 to place that, which will complete the 3 region. Now, the value of the regions is the triangular numbers. Completing a 1 region is worth 1 point. Completing a 2 region is worth 4 point. Completing a 2 region is worth 3 points. Completing a 3 region is worth 6 points. Completing a 4 region is worth 10 points. A 5 region is worth 15 points. A 6 region is worth 21, and they go up from there. But I'm going to complete a 6 region by placing the ship. This will move me up on this ship track again, and then I get to take goods from somewhere. I can't take a 1 from here, but from here I could take the 6, or from here I could take the 5. I think I'll take the 5. And then I'll confirm my turn. So we can see here, he's got 30 points, I've got 27. So he's doing better than me, and we've just entered phase 3. Now he's playing a different board to I am as well, which is probably going to help him. Different boards are, so I'm not sure which board he's playing, but different boards have different things. Like you can see, he's got a 5 region here and a 5 region here. I've only got a single 5 region on my board, and completing a 5 region is worth 15 points, so it gives him a better opportunity to score those points. Now, what do I want to do with this? I definitely want to use a 2 die to take a castle and complete my castle. I quite like this knowledge tile, but I would have to use a lot to get that. Now, this is a church. Yeah. So I'm actually going to use my knowledge tile to take a church, because a church allows me to take a knowledge tile, a mine, or a castle when I place it. So I might be able to get the mine with that, unless he uses a worker to take the mine right now, which he didn't do. He is absolutely kicking me. So I rolled a 5 and a 6. So I can use the 6 to place the church. This will give me 15 points for completing it, and because I'm completing it in phase 3, I think that's a 6-point bonus. It is, so that'll be worth 21 points. Now I can take a knowledge tile. This is 2 points at the end of the game for every bonus tile I've claimed. Not a bad one, but you've got to complete a lot of bonus tiles for that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the mine. And then with the 5, I'm going to place my castle with the 5, which will cost me another worker. That will complete all of the castle regions. So not only do I complete a 3 region, which will be worth the 6 points and the 6 for completing it in the phase, but I'm going to get the bonus tile for the castles, which will be in a 2-player game worth another 5 points. I'm not sure where it's tracking that. I don't know where it's tracking that. These are my knowledge tiles, but I'm not sure where it's tracking my bonuses. I don't think this does. Anyway, but now I get a free action. Now I could use it to place the mine, or I could use it to take something. Taking a bank might be good, because I think this is a bank. Yeah. Although 4 pigs. I think I'm going to take 4 pigs. Four and a 1. So I'll use the 4 to place the mine, and I'll use the 1 to place 4 pigs, which will give me 4 points because there's 4 pigs now in that region. Okay, I might do that. What do I want to do with the 1? What's this? This is a... So I might take that with the 1 and a worker using the 6. So I'll take the carpenter's workshop. If I place the carpenter's workshop, yeah, that seems okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 2 to place the carpenter's workshop. And then with the carpenter's workshop, I'm going to take the bank. Now, I could place the bank to get 2 silverlings, which would allow me to buy... This is a boarding house, which is not a bad one either. I like boarding houses because it helps you complete regions while getting workers, and workers are always valuable. So I might place the bank, use the bank to buy the boarding house, and then I'll use the 5 to place the sheep, which is worth 3 points because it's not the same type of animal. If it had been pigs, I would have got 7 points because there would have been 7 pigs in this region, but it's just worth 3 because they're different types of animals. So he placed the same type there. He had placed 5 chickens, so that would have been worth 5 points for placing the second tile. Now we're entering the second last phase. Okay, I have a 4 and a 1. Now, I could place the boarding house to complete that region with the 4 using the worker to turn it into a 3, which will complete the region, and placing the boarding house will restock me with workers. That's not terrible. Then I could use the 1 to take another boarding house. Now, you can't use the same type of building in a region. So I couldn't have 2 boarding houses down here. So taking another boarding house, this is a separate city region. So I can't repeat buildings in the same area. But because these are different areas, they're not connected. That allows me to do that. I'm not doing well on mines. I'm not doing well on livestock. And the livestock are all sheep. What I might do is I might place this with the 4, and then with the 1 I might take the next boarding house. Now 4 and a 3. Ooh, that's not a bad one. This is a gamble. I'm going to take this knowledge tile, which means when I place a mine, a knowledge tile, or a castle, I've already done castles, my dice can be treated as 1 higher or lower. Now, I may need this for mines or knowledge tiles, so I'm going to take that one. Because what I can then do is use the 3 to complete this region, completing a 3 region, which is worth 6 points plus the 4, so that's a 10-point placement. Four and a 1. Do I just want to go for ships? Interesting choices here. I'm not happy with these rolls. I should be doing more with my goods, but the whole point about Castles of Burgundy is you can never get everything exactly right, particularly when the dice are as bad to you as they tend to be to me. Now, this is a marketplace, which allows me to take a livestock tile. So if I took that, then I could take, it allows you to take a ship or a livestock tile. So I could potentially take that. I could use one of my workers to place that and then take, I think I want to take a ship tile. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I don't know why I'm being so silly. I should have taken livestock. 4 and a 4. 4 is empty, so of course I rolled double 4. I have found that computer games love doing that sort of stuff to you. But I can use the 4 to place the ship. And then goods-wise, I have 2, 5, and 6. I'll go here and I'll take the other 5. And then with the 4, I have workers. I'll take the mine. I'm really not playing well. It's possibly because I'm trying to explain and I'm not used to talking out while I'm playing Castles of Burgundy. I'm also not as familiar with this interface as I am with playing the game physically. So a 2 and a 3. I'm about to go into the last phase with almost no workers. And I did not roll well for placing my boarding house. And I'm going to go in with a full stock of buildings, I think. So I'm going to use the 2 to place my mine. And because of the limitations, actually, I'm going to reset that turn. I'm going to use the 3. Yeah, I'm going to use the 3. No, oh. I'm going to use the 3 to take 2 sheep. I'm going to use the 2 to place 2 sheep. There are reasons I should have taken the mine to get the silverling, but I'm sitting on 1 silverling and it takes 2 silverlings to buy something, so having placed the extra mine is not going to help me as much as it normally would. He is going to kick my bum at the end of this game. Because he's got more goods than I do. So at the end of the game, you get points for silverlings, workers, and goods that you haven't shipped. He's just going to, and knowledge tiles, and all of his knowledge tiles, or many of his knowledge tiles, are worth bonus points, and there are bonus points on stuff that he has. So I think I'm going to get trounced at the end. So I'm going to use the silverlings to buy 4 sheep. I'm going to use my 6, place my boarding house. And I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use the 1 to buy a bank. Because what I can do now is with the 5, I can place the bank, completing a 3 region, completing all of the buildings, so I get the 5-point bonus for the buildings. The bank gives me 2 silverlings. With the 2 silverlings, I don't know if I want sheep or pigs. I will hold off for now. I'm going to use the 3 with a worker to place the sheep. So that will give me, what's that, 9 points. Because there's 3 pigs there, but I might be able to get, I'm going to hold off for now. Because I might be able to complete ships if I roll well. I don't think I can complete livestock. There I can buy the pigs and place them. So I can buy these pigs. This is another gamble, and I'm going to go for it. Now I need the right rolls. Because he doesn't have the mine. So with the 6, I place the pigs. With the 4, I'm going to use a worker to place the mine. Yeah, I'm losing this. If I analyse his turn, I imagine he's just doing disturbingly well. This is the last round. Oh, I can't complete everything. No, I can. I can use the 2 silverlings to buy the 3 pigs. I can use the 2 to place the 3 pigs. And I can use the 3 with 2 workers to place the mines, giving me the mine bonus as well. And that ends the game, but he's going to score so many bonus points at the end of the game. Oh, wow. I thought he would have got more bonus points at the end. So I didn't get any bonus points for my knowledge tiles. So these were all effects during the game. Whereas on his bonus board, he had 4 points per watchtower, and he had, there's 1 watchtower there. I think that's the only watchtower he had. That's 2 victory points at the end of the game for each bonus tile he claimed, and I don't know how many he claimed. I don't know how many he claimed. How do I? Oh, nope. What did that do? he didn't claim any. So that was part of that. Um, that was an action of his. 4 points for each. I think that's a, I'm not sure which one it was. I think, no, not that one. So I don't think he actually placed any of the building to, oh, he got 8 points for that. And this one was 1 victory point for each. Oh, when he places an animal tile, um, he would have scored an extra victory point for each type. So when he placed, for example, the second sheep, instead of getting um, 5, he would have got 7 points for it. So yeah, okay. So that's the way the game works. Hopefully that was enough to understand how it works. I was doing this as an example to see whether this recording works and everything. This screen size is different to a YouTube video. It's my laptop. When I'm at home and I'm recording on my normal computer, I think I'll be able to do better. I like Castles of Burgundy as a two-player game more than anything else because mostly you're playing it as a solitaire. You can pay attention to what your opponent needs and try and buy the tiles that they want and everything. That's a much more advanced way of playing it. When I'm playing against the computer, I don't know that I'm going to be that fascinated by that. And because a lot of the feedback I've had about this implementation of the app is that um, it is mostly about when you ramp up the difficulty, it just means it rolls the dice worse for you. I'm less interested in that, but we'll see how we go. I'm interested in what people think of this, and if you've got questions about the game, there are rule books available that you can download online. I'll try and find a link for that I can include. And of course, I'm going to try and do more of these if I can. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your gaming.